Let's understand a little bit about percentage calculation. This is so basic. Percent. So imagine this word cent comes from, let's say, century. You know this word, right? First century, second century. It's related to 100. So you are considering everything as 100, or any number that's given, it's your total, it's your 100%. So you have to understand from that point. For example, let's say there was a test that had 100 questions. Now 100 questions, and if you get let's say 25 of them right, that's actually 25%. But what if you add 25 more right? Then this is another 25%. Therefore these two together becomes your 50%, because that's 25 plus 25. So that's your total. Okay, this is your total, and the parts depending, 25 is 25%, but 50 is 50%, and 75 is 75%. So this is 25%, this is 50%, this is 75%, and 100 is 100% score. If you got 100 out of 100 right, you got 100% score. Now I'm going to connect it with a different one. What if the number, the total number, is not 100? For example, let's take 60 minutes, 1 hour. So here your total is actually 60. See, now when you divide that into 4 parts, we don't have 25 each, because if you put 25 each here, you need 100, right? So it's actually division with 2, 50%, division with 4, 25%, because 100 divided by 4 is 25, 100 divided by 2 is 50%. So this 60 has to be somehow made it into different percentages. Now let's think about 60 minutes. 60 minutes is 1 hour. Now if you consider it as 60 minutes, 30 minutes would be your 50%. 30 minutes would be your 50%, because 30 out of 60, that's half, and that's your 50%, because 50% of an hour is 30 minutes. Now let's split a little bit more. This is 50%. If you take all these together, that's 50%, 30 minutes, half hour. Okay, but if this is 30, half of that would be 15. So 15 minutes in this case is your 25%. So if you put it as a fraction, 15 over the total again 60 is your 25%. Now if you put 30 plus use of 45 minutes, that's over 60, 45 minutes would be your 75%. So everything changes when the total changes. So as I said, percent means whatever the number is given, that's your total, and you are thinking about parts. In this case, 15 is a portion, a part of 60. 15 minutes is 25% of an hour. 30 minutes is 50% of an hour. 45 minutes is 75% of an hour. If someone tells you you have got 1 hour, 75% of that time you can play video games. So what do you understand? 75% of that 60 minutes, 1 hour, right? So you are thinking about, oh, I can play 45 minutes of video games and do something else for the rest of the time. Or if someone tells you 50% of an hour you would be studying, so 50% of an hour is actually 30 minutes. So you have to consider that as the total number. So let's think about a different final one, then you will get an idea. Okay, imagine there were 30 people in a musical concert. Okay, 30 people in a musical concert. we say that let's say 20%. 20% means this is your 100% chart. So you have to think about dividing that into, let's say, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why I divided into 5? Just to make the idea. It's not really 4. So you think about this one as 20%. Each of them is 20%. 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. Now, but the total is not 100 anymore. Our total is only 30. Now this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you divide 30 divided by 5, you will get 6. So each 20% is 6 people. So 6 people like, let's say, classical music. Now if you say that 20% of that 30 people likes classical music, and so we say that 20% is 6 people, or 6 over 30. Now what about 40% then? 40% is this 20 plus this 20. So here will be another 6 people. So 6 plus 6 is 12 people. So 12 over 30 is actually 40% of the total number of people that are here. So you can calculate all of them, but if you think about 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, that's actually 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, that's 80%. 80% of 30 is actually 6, 12, 18, 24. So 84 is, now 80% is 24 people, because each of them is 6 people here, 6 people here. So if you take 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, so here the total and the parts, that's the concept of percentages. It may change from now and then. There can be 30 people, can be 60 minutes, it can be any number. So that number should be understood in terms of your whole and parts. That's the understanding of percentages.